And we are back for another episode of the Backroad Banter podcast with me and Wyatt. Heck yeah, Wyatt, thanks for being
Number
here, man.
number 21, right? Yeah, I wish I could have been there. Yeah, my apologies for that. I wish I could have been there, but that was
That's
the
okay.
original
Maybe next
plan.
week.
Yeah,
Maybe next week.
that
We'll
was the original plan was for me to be there for this. But I am at least here.
Yeah, you are
I
on,
am
and
at
I
least
that
here.
yeah, you are there, and which means you are here technically, so that's good. Yeah. Well, heck yeah. What's your week been into, man? We'll just get rolling.
Dude, if you wanna, you can actually. I'm gonna turn this around on you and ask you this question first because I got quite a bit of a. Mine's gonna be a little bit long because I got a few things to show you. I think so. So if you
Oh,
how does your week go? Well, I'll let you go first here. I gotta go through my show and tell.
pretty normal. Got to hang out with Chris. Got to help my mom with a few things around the house. Get a few projects done. Layla took her first steps, which were huge. So
Oh, that's
that's
awesome,
awesome.
man.
Yeah. And other than that, just been chilling, dude. Just enjoying what time I have been at home. And the rest I've just been going.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome that Layla took her first steps. That's fucking sick.
Oh,
When
dude,
did
it
when
was
did that
great.
happen? Do you remember what day?
Yeah, it happened on Saturday. There, Saturday
Yeah.
night. Uh,
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was actually late. It was down at Face Mom's dad's. I sent Layla an email to her email about it to there today, just kind
Yeah,
of going over it all. So it was just cool. It's a great memory. I'm glad that I was there to witness it, and I didn't happen to miss
yeah,
it,
for
which
sure.
has been a big thing. Uh, but yeah, rolling in. We're trying to get her walking now, but other than that, not real eventful. Nothing out of the ordinary. So tell me how your weekend was here.
Yeah, man. So my week for the most part was business as usual, work and all that stupid bullshit. But Saturday there were some the weather was kind of nice and there were some yard sales going on, so we hit up the yard sale circuit. Me and Jocelyn did. We got no good finds at the yard sales at all. There was
Hmm.
shit. All the yard sales were terrible. And then we decided that we were going to go to a bar and, get some lunch, get a couple of beers, and go home. Um, we go to the bar that we normally go to. We've gone there a few times. I guess I wouldn't say we normally go there because I've only been there like three, four times. But we go to this bar right as they open in the afternoon. It was like noon or one or some shit. Turns out it was their third anniversary party, and we showed up for the very beginning of it. And they
Heck
had,
yeah.
yeah, they had a bunch of like specials and shit, and they had a bunch of drawings for free stuff, and we won a bunch of free stuff. Uh,
Well, you
we
can't beat that.
we each won free stuff, so I'm gonna go through and I'll show you what I won or what we both won.
You may have
Um,
to send me pictures. You can show everybody else. I can't see you still for some reason. Uh,
oh, that's crazy.
yeah, it's being wild right now.
Yeah, I'll have to. That's unfortunate because I really want you to see these glasses. Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited about some glasses. I didn't know you won any glasses. I
Yeah, I
love.
got two
Oh,
big
bro.
drinking glasses. I hate that you can't see them. That is weird because my recording seems to be working well, but I'll send you a picture of them.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Have you used them yet?
I haven't. I'm going to use them for the first time on here.
Oh heck yeah, that's what I would use them for. I'd make them a podcast glass if they're that special.
Yeah. So I'm going to send you these in just a minute. 'Cause first I'm going to show the beer the beer koozies. I got Steelers Bud Light one.
Oh
I
heck
didn't I
yeah.
didn't win that. Jocelyn won that. That one that's a bottle cozy. Jocelyn won that one. I won a can Yingling cozy. I won a Modelo Cinco de Mayo t-shirt. She won just a regular Modelo t-shirt. I hate that you can't see these, Justin, because I think you would like these.
I'm already very jealous just because I like free stuff, and I actually enjoy a Modelo. So
And
and I like free stuff.
I won this blue third anniversary T-shirt from the bar. But the big thing that I won that I really wanted to show you, that I'm going to send you the pictures of now, are these two drinking glasses.
Oh my
And
gosh,
the people will be able to see them. I guess you won't be able to see them this week for some reason.
bro, you
Um,
got a tall boy and a little man.
the the
I want
one the little one is shaped like a beer can, and
Yeah,
I haven't used either of these yet. But I'm glad to say that I'm about to use one of them for the first time. I'm going to use the can.
oh man, yeah. I could get me. Well, actually, no, I can't find those. I want those. I want that specific can-shaped bottle. Oh, I can just get a plain one that doesn't have cores on it for $2. So I'm just gonna order a plain one and drink it out of it. Dude, that
There
is
you go.
awesome. That is
Yeah,
awesome.
I hate that you can't see the video of it, but yeah, it is. It's filled up for the first time, and I'll use the tall boy by the end of this as well.
I'll
That'll
see
be
it
my
there in post while I'm whenever I'm editing this week, and
yeah
I'll get re-excited then.
yeah. But I was really excited about those, man. That
Yeah,
was it.
that's awesome.
That was what I won. I probably would have taken a little bit more time if you could have seen the video, but you'll be able to see it when you go back through and see everything. Um, yeah, it was a nice little thing to stumble into. We planned on,
Heck yeah.
just going there for a little bit and getting a couple of beers. We stayed and hung out for a while and had made a good afternoon of it, and won some free stuff and played some darts and shit and had fun. Um,
Heck yeah.
there were some characters there for sure, man. There were some people that knew that it was the third anniversary party, unlike us. We had no idea.
Yeah.
We just went in for some food and some beers, and um, there was a guy dressed like the Grand Theft Auto Vice City main character.
Like actually as him?
Not really, but very close. He had. I'll send.
So that's just his style. That's just him.
Yeah, yeah. It was funny. Let me send you this picture. No, I didn't take a picture of the guy, but yeah, I sent you texted you the picture of the Grand Theft Auto character. But he had a
Yeah.
shirt like that. He had a shirt like that on, except the flowers were pink.
Mm.
But it looked exactly like that, and he was dressed like that, and his hair was like that, and he had a
There's
goatee
a
though. Yeah, he had
you
a
don't meet
goatee.
very many you don't meet many characters that wear Hawaiian shirts.
Yeah, and then there was a bartender with her cheeks out. There was like a.
Did she get tipped well?
I'm sure she did. I'm sure she
Well,
did, but yeah, Jocelyn pointed it out to me, and I thought she was over exaggerating until I saw it, and it was just this lady that, like, she just had her like spandex shorts, and they were like hiked up her butt crack, and she had this really short skirt. She was just had her ass cheeks out, and they were like, I don't know, dude. They were eventually at one point there were kids in there like around lunchtime. There were like the owner's kids that were stopping by, and this girl was just walking around with her butt cheeks out at the bar. It was the craziest shit I've ever seen. It didn't make any sense. But yeah, Jocelyn pointed it out to me, and I was like, "There's no way." I said, "There's no way it's that bad." And then she was like putting up some decoration or something, and I turned around and I was like, "Dude, what the fuck?" I said, "There's no way."
she
It's 1:30 p.m. But yeah,
yeah. I
she
don't
was
even
ready for a
know.
bar party, I guess, man.
Hopefully she got tipped for it, and if not, hopefully she got made fun of enough to know that you shouldn't dress like that in public.
About 4:30 or 5 p.m. there was a dude throwing up in the bathroom. Yeah, I went in to pee, and there was this dude coming out of the bathroom that just puked.
Celebrating too hard.
Yeah,
Really enjoyed that third anniversary there.
Yeah, man, it was real early too. He was gonna be there the whole day. I'm pretty sure. He may or may not have worked there. I don't know for sure about that one. He was.
He probably already was there. If it was 4 or 5 and he was puking, he's probably been there since noon. Shoot. Yeah. Was there a lot of people there?
Yeah,
Was there?
yeah. For
That
it
makes
being
sense.
like for it being an early afternoon, yeah, there was a good bit of people there. I could only imagine what it was like at nighttime. We left at like shortly after that. We left probably 5:30, maybe
That
6.
that's even more impressive than that you guys won as much stuff as you did.
Well, we got there early when there weren't that many people, so there were less tickets to draw.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Smart. Smart.
Yeah, they just had gift bags full of all the shit set up in the back, and it was all the same stuff. Like it was all the same stuff, but different. Like
Yeah.
different glasses, different shirts sometimes.
Yeah, I imagine it's like the stuff that Smoker Friendly does periodically, or would does at like
Christmas time.
yeah
They would always
Christmas,
do the shit about
the
Christmas, like
holiday
the secret
stuff.
word or whatever. And then they
Yeah,
do that.
yeah, that's awesome. They did that all year. They did that at Thanksgiving. They did that. They've done that for like every holiday. It's cool. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's huh. I was trying to think. Just because that guy puking's kind of out of pocket. The most out of pocket thing that I think happened to me this weekend. While I was in Beckley, I picked up some cool toys, but I was looking for my brother a graduation present, dude, and I was behind a Tesla, and on this Tesla, there was a sticker that said F Elon. And I just found it hilarious because, yeah, he already got your money, though.
Yeah, that is
I'm
true.
trying to see. I swore I took a picture of it. Oh, I took Caleb's photo. Oh, I did take a picture of it. Yeah, it just says F Elon on it. It's kind of funny. I like it. I'd like it more if you weren't in a Tesla. You
Yeah.
weren't supporting the man. That it kind of goes against it. But that was Saturday at 9:30. Oh, that was
Oh,
nice.
that's nice. Yeah. I don't know, man. Yeah, that's. Yeah,
I don't get
you
that.
can have your opinions, but you did just fill his pockets with your car. Yeah, you have alternatives now. You could get rid of that thing, right?
Yeah. But either way, that's I don't know why I guess it was to show it to you. I don't know. That was out of pocket, but that's funny. Back to the regular scheduled program and some normal banter content. I don't have a lot of it, and there's not a lot, which is why we can just kind of push through it. We'll start with the NBA, dude. Give a little update, talk about it. So as we talked about last week, and as I said, I didn't think that they would do it. None of the teams pulled through, and it is currently, aside from the Thunder, an underdog finals.
Yeah, yeah. Two franchises that have never won the finals.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And there's a chance that like they could play each other.
I'm not very well versed on my Pacers history. Have the Pacers won one? I think the Pacers won one.
Did the Pacers? Oh, then never mind. I guess it would make sense if they have, but I don't know.
Oh no, never mind. They haven't.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
So yeah,
I
three
saw.
three teams because I know the Timberwolves haven't, the Thunder haven't, and now I know the
Oh
Pacers
yeah,
haven't. The Knicks have, but not in a long time.
yeah.
They
Not for
haven't been
years.
they haven't been good recently.
Um, I'm really excited about it. Actually, I'm as a Cavs fan, sad as a basketball fan. This is what I wish all sports were like. I wish it was surprising.
Yeah, it's finally not the same old shit.
Yeah, I saw a thing today that said that this is the first time in NBA history that there's going to be uh, a different NBA champion for seven consecutive seasons.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I saw
Yep.
people talking about that and saying that it's bad for the league, and I think they're full of shit.
I, dude, I think the same thing, and I think those people have to just be those bandwagon analysts that only want to talk about one team because, like, I don't
I've
know.
seen I've seen people say, "Oh, it's bad for the ratings." Like, what do you give a shit about the ratings? Like,
yeah.
you
Why
don't
are
work
you
for the
worried about
network.
that?
Why do you give a shit about the ratings? Like, enjoy the cool, good fun basketball. Like,
And
not
as a
and
fan,
instead of reruns every season.
and that's exactly why, as a fan, I feel like the ratings would be better because you're seeing stuff you haven't seen before. You're seeing people you haven't seen before.
Yeah.
It's new. I also saw that, and I was going to ask you about that. I'm excited about it. I feel like I'm a pretty avid basketball fan, and if I feel confident that that's or if I'm excited about it, I feel like a lot of other people are excited about it.
Yeah, I definitely
Outside
am.
of, you know, like we're not any of these organizations fans, and if we're enjoying it, I feel like there are plenty of other people doing so, and so yeah, I just feel like it's kind of out of pocket to say that it's bad for ratings or it's bad for the NBA. How is different bad for the NBA? Like that's what we've been wanting forever. That's why they keep changing shit every
Yeah.
year for the All Star and adding different stuff. Like this is the only thing that I care about is this end of season tournament. So like the real playoffs.
Yeah, the
So
actual playoffs.
it's I don't know. I'm excited to see how it's gonna play out. I really don't care who wins. I don't think I want the Thunder to. I think I want them to the least. Uh,
Yeah.
but I'd like for it to be the Wolves and Pacers. Honestly,
That'd
that'd
be
be
pretty
sick.
cool. I'm fine with either matchup too. Like, I think either one's gonna be fun. I think Wolves and Knicks. Yeah, Wolves and Knicks would be pretty cool. Uh,
That would be ironic for Cat.
yeah, yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Um,
Oh
but yeah, man, I don't know why different is bad for anything. People think that if the Lakers and the Celtics aren't good, then the NBA sucks. Like, that's not
yeah.
true. You know, that's not true at all. There can definitely be other good teams. There's tons of them.
And there has been in the past. That's what upsets me is just because LeBron isn't in the spotlight. It's like the NBA doesn't know what to do right now.
Yeah,
They're completely in scramble mode because the guy they've been banking on for the past 21 years isn't. You can't really rely on him postseason now.
yeah. Which I don't get how they haven't already latched on to other people. There's plenty of people to jump on the bandwagon of.
A lot of really big stars that are like, oh my gosh, just look at who's left in the playoffs. Follow any of those guys next season.
Yeah,
Shit, Shea just won MVP.
yeah. I saw that.
I don't think he deserved it. I still think Jokic deserves it, but he's in the Western Conference Finals, so I can't say anything. But it goes off of regular season, and I think regular season was Jokic.
Yeah, I'd
But either
have to
way, I
agree.
don't know. I don't know. I'm not. I don't get a vote on it, and if I did, honestly, I might just vote for somebody that doesn't even play, just to spice it up. Barney's getting my vote this year. He's the best defender, big man.
There you
Nobody
go.
stops him. He has the rhymes that'll stop all guys. He right on the block. He drops you. He's good with it.
But what I think is crazy is I kind of just realized the other day they had the draft lottery recently, and the Mavs got the number one pick. I think we might have talked about that. The Spurs have number two. Man, they're slowly and quietly just rebuilding the Spurs.
Dude, and they're doing it. I'm gonna say that it's just similar to Alec Guinness in episode 5 of Star Wars, where he returned as a ghost. I feel like it's just Greg Popovich's ghost down on the court, even though he's in the front office. He's down on the court, and he's slowly influencing everything into being a success. He is. He's got to be. He when he one he has to die soon. He's got to die soon. I hate it, but
So
He's so old, man. Did you see? I'm sure you did. Did you see that thing where that press conference where he said, "I'm no longer coach. You'll have to call me El Jefe." Um,
Yeah,
and then dude, him walking out. Oh my gosh, he needs to be in a wheelchair. He should not be walking. I felt really bad for him.
that sucks.
But it made me really happy to see that Tim Duncan was right there by his side, freaking helping him the whole time, and just be like, I just to know that that dynamic is exactly what we kind of saw on TV just through the perspective of games is really satisfying to me.
Yeah, yeah, man. I'm gonna miss seeing Greg Popovich coach. He has coached for a billion years. He's coached for our whole lives. When
Yeah,
was he first named the head coach of the Spurs?
90. Honestly, I don't know. Let's find out.
Yeah, I'm finding out right now. Um, let's see.
96. I was about to
1996.
say 96,
Yeah,
but dang it,
1996.
bro.
Yeah, so he's been coached for longer than our whole lives. He's not coach anymore. We outlived him.
Dude, he almost pulled off 30 years in the league as a head coach for the same team.
He has had 5 championships. He has had at least one in 3 different decades.
How many Western Conference finals or Western Conference championships?
I don't see that listed on here. It just shows it shows like the top ones.
Well,
Let's
let's look
see.
up.
Holy shit, there's a lot of them.
Oh, well, he also led them to the gold medal in 2020.
Yeah,
Uh,
he did do that.
that's really cool. Yeah, that's really hard to. It doesn't really say.
Um, let's see, he lost in the finals in 2013.
Yeah.
I think that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so he only has one more conference championship than he has NBA championship.
That's even more impressive because that just shows that whenever he led a team there, he led a team there. That's
Yeah.
I like that completion percentage. That's really impressive, actually. Holy cow!
Yeah, I think I read that right. It doesn't have it listed. I had to count through all of them, but I only see one season that says lost in NBA finals. That's the only one I see. Other than that, it's conference semis, conference finals. Very rarely misses the playoffs. Didn't miss the playoffs for what, fucking
Oh,
23
I
years
don't
or
even.
so?
Yeah,
22, 23 years or something like that. That's
that's
nuts.
crazy. That's
That's
crazy.
wild. It's crazy because they, like, the Spurs somehow, some way, are never even talked about.
They are always overlooked.
Yeah, like, and even in terms of like legends and stuff, like people, not, I mean, people still talk about them, but not enough people talk about like Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, you know, like people just overlook those guys, but the Spurs dominated for 20 years. That's wild. There's nobody ever gave a shit, and it's happened. It's about to happen again. They have Wemby, and they're about to get whoever the number 2 pick's going to be this year, and they're just going to quietly rebuild that team, and they're just going to be under the radar good, and nobody's ever going to notice them until the conference finals every year, and they're like, "Whoa, what the fuck? What are the Spurs doing here?"
Yep, in 3 to 4 years, we're gonna be hearing them again out of nowhere, and yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, they're going to be
Going to
giving the Thunder
dominate.
fits or something. Yeah, they're going to be like bouncing the Thunder out of the second round of the playoffs or some shit.
Have you seen or heard anything about them adding an expansion team to the
Mm-mm.
NBA? And
Not recently.
so there's talks of adding an expansion team to the NBA, and apparently it'll probably be within one of the cities that has already had one in before. So Seattle's a possibility. I
Vancouver.
forget it. I forget about them. They're all in the West. Uh,
I think
but
Vancouver would be west, maybe.
with that being, it would open up a slot and push a team into from the West into the East. So I forget who it was that was explaining this, but he was like, so it would be like New Orleans pushing for it, the Timberwolves pushing for it, and honestly, any of those teams in the like, I just find it funny that every team really would put in such a high bid to just be able to transfer to the Eastern
To go to the
Conference.
East, it would make sense if New Orleans or like Memphis were in the Eastern Conference.
I feel like Memphis should be. I feel
Yeah,
like that makes absolute Memphis makes
yeah,
no sense right
yeah.
now why
I'm
they're
not too
not.
sure about Minnesota, but I think Memphis definitely should be. Like, I don't like just location wise.
Just location. Yes. I have 100 I'm
Yeah,
with you there. Actually, more than any team, it probably should be Memphis.
and location really matters whenever you do conferences in basketball because you play more in conference
Your
games. So you
games.
have so you have to travel further. It's
Mhm.
crazy that you could be in like have a back to back where one night you're in LA and one night you're in Memphis. Like that's insane to me.
That makes no sense. Yeah. Talking that through, I don't know how that's how that was ever decided to begin with. That's a bad
Dude, that
option.
would suck balls.
Oh,
Like those guys got to travel far, man, and New Orleans is not really west either. So,
no, if anything, New Orleans is the center I consider.
but yeah, they
So,
I would like to see if they do it. I think they should do it that way because the East sucks. So put teams that have been here in the East, and then give the West these teams that are just starting up, that are gonna have to like start from scratch and just like sign
yep.
people and draft people and shit. It
Yep.
gives the East a fighting chance, and especially
Well,
with the way that maybe not New Orleans, but at least the way like Memphis is right now. Like if it were to be Memphis, Memphis ain't bad.
yeah.
That'd be another good team to put in the East.
No.
The East needs to be
I'm
good
just,
again.
yeah, it's getting there now. I'm this the playoffs really surprised me this year. It's proven to me that the since I've kind of dropped off in watching as much, the scripts have kind of switched on the teams that were good and the players to follow. It's kind of the next generation's already up, and I've just haven't paid attention for like 2 or 3 years, which is crazy.
Yeah, and a lot of those guys are good now. It's crazy to think that the Clippers traded Shea Gilgeous-Alexander for like I think he was in the Paul George trade.
Dude,
I think
that is
The Clippers are
wild.
like the whole reason the Thunder are good.
Well, they got to be appreciative then, and why not? Because
The
look what the Clippers got out of it.
the Thunder just did that thing that like I do in playing 2K where I trade a bunch of people for a whole bunch of future draft picks and then just overload my team over the course of like 2 3 years.
Completely, yeah. You play like you don't have to think about the future.
Yeah, yeah. The Thunder just loaded up on draft picks. They had like fucking 400 over the course of like 4 years.
Either way, good luck to everybody. I don't know who wins. I really don't care. Thanks for knocking out the Warriors. Um,
Yeah, thanks for freshening the shit up. I like getting to this point. Now, don't get me wrong. I would like to be rooting for the Cavs right now, but if I'm not going to be able to root for the Cavs right now, I like that I at least don't have a horse in this race.
yep. I'm a lot more. I'm a clean fan. I feel like I just want it to be good, fun basketball.
Yeah.
Um, we can transfer. The last thing that I have to talk about, sports wise, dude. I'm wondering if you saw this. Did you see anything on the update? We talked about it with the kid that fell at PNC Park.
Yeah, yeah, I did. I saw the guy that got him the alcohol got charged, I believe, right?
Yeah. Yeah, his friend that he went to the game with got charged 2 misdemeanors for selling and or furnishing alcohol to a minor, and I'm just I understand that something had to be done, I guess from the park's perspective. I don't know. I hope that you guys would be mad at me. I hope you would be mad at me if after all this, when at the hospital, I was asked by the cops how I got the beer and I didn't. If I gave you guys up, that's just so dumb.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't even know if they gave anybody up or if they just found out. Like because of who I don't know. Maybe they could have just found out. I don't know. Did it say that he like told them, or did
no,
I don't
but
know if it went into details, but
how
yeah.
would they have found out? How would they have found out? Because it was
Um,
only 2 beers. It was only 2 beers the
well,
entire game.
it was only two the entire game. Oh, he must have got shit hammered before or something. Um,
Well, he only got charged. Well, it had to only be two because he only got charged twice. So it could only be two, like two drinks total. You know, he only got charged
yeah,
with 2 misdemeanors. It would have been a count for each one that he gave him because they would have been on separate times.
yeah. I don't
Um,
know. I don't
so
know.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
he might have thrown him under the bus. Yeah, I'd probably be a little pissed off. I'd also be a little pissed off myself that I let somebody drink that much at a public outing. Because like I mean, if what I heard is true, I heard that this guy was like before he fell over the thing, he was like pouring beer all over himself and like ripping his shirt off. Like that's the point where you stop. Like you should have stopped buying your buddy beer a little bit before that. I think that's my opinion. You know what I mean?
Well, well,
At
here's the thing.
least in public.
Oh
So
no, you're absolutely
I would at least feel guilty if it were me. I'd be like, oh fuck, I should have stopped this.
no, you're absolutely right. But I'm gonna go on the assumption that if you went and bought me a beer and I poured it on myself, you did, like, I was already so drunk that you did cut me off. So at that point, it was just me being a belligerent fan standing up and I fell over. So maybe he already was cut off and he already had his drinks, and because my assumption is that any person with common sense would sit after somebody dumped a beer on him would be like, okay, yeah, you're done.
Yeah, you're
That's
done. Yeah.
you're done. That's it. So
Especially as expensive as those beers are, I would have been like, "All right,
oh my
dude.
gosh,
I'm
bro,
not going up to get you another one."
you owe me an hour's work at the house tomorrow.
Yeah.
like, so, but yeah, I really don't know the exact things. I just saw that he was charged, and I don't know. That upsets me because at the same time, you're still an adult and you're not responsible for me. It doesn't matter if you buy me the beers. If you buy me a beer, you're not responsible for what happens afterwards.
Yeah,
Because in
yeah.
99
Like it's not that guy's fault. That guy fell. Yeah.
you're right in the fact if I bet that guy felt shitty and was like,
Had to.
trying to, yeah. So I don't know. I just feel bad for that guy only because he's now got a slight criminal record for it.
Yeah, yeah. That's unfortunate.
And if that guy was 20, he's probably within a few months of his 21st birthday, so it's even dumber.
Yeah, that does suck. That sucks ass.
Yeah. But I guess that's why you don't, or I guess that's like you said, you only drink before the game.
Yeah, you can drink at the game, but what you really do is you get drunk before the game, and then you just have like you have one or two pounders to ride it out throughout the course of the game. You don't go overboard at the game. At the point in the game that he was at, I don't think he should have still been that drunk. I think he should have taken it a little slower.
And if you're listening to this, kids, it's really also he broke the law. That's why these things happen. He fell over because he decided to drink a beer underage. That was God. He wasn't actually unstable. He had quit drinking at that point. He stood up, was being a really big fan because of the play that happened, and God went down and flicked him because alcohol for minors is a no-no.
Is a sin.
it's a bad, bad, bad thing for you to do.
Right.
So God's gonna flick you on the back of the head if you ever drink alcohol before you're 21.
That's true.
Always remember. You just look at this guy, PNC fan number one. He learned his lesson the hard way.
Yeah, that
So,
sucks balls.
oh,
That's,
awful.
speaking of PNC, dude, I keep hearing rumblings of Paul Skeens trades already.
It's
The
gotta be. They gotta get him out
Pirates
of
are
there
looking
while they
rough.
can do something. Yeah, they suck.
They're
And
wasting this guy, man. They're wasting, and it sucks because he's still very young. But a guy that's pitching the way he is shouldn't be losing games. Period. You know what I mean? Like he shouldn't be losing starts because he gave up one earned over the course of like 7 innings with 13 fucking strikeouts. Like he should have with pitching like that. You should win 20 games a season as a starting pitcher, like 20 plus
yeah,
easily. And he's just not gonna there, which fucking sucks because they just won't. They won't invest. They won't pour any money. They won't make any moves. I don't know what they're waiting on. We have the best like you know minor league system all the time, and we don't do anything with it. But at least we're not the Rockies. They're 8-40. They suck.
that is that's kind of where I'm at with them. I feel like the reason why, or I've kind of come to terms with where they're at, um, and it's because they can trade for one player, but one player isn't going to fix this organization. Um,
Yeah,
you can have one solid hitter with your pitcher, and it's not gonna fix it. It can't fix what's happening to us. And I'm not paying attention. I'm only seeing the scores of games. And I actually just saw a stat here recently. It's funny you were talking about exactly how well Skeens is doing, and they're losing because I saw something about him having. I don't know. I saw some crazy, crazy stat about the amount of strikeouts or something that he has, his contribution to the team, and what the basically what the Pirates do with him off field. It's the complete opposite, and it's so bad that it makes us lose on average 2 to 3 runs a game,
yeah.
and
Dude,
that's crazy.
The team's fucking garbage.
I
And I,
I
I don't know I
I
don't
don't
know
get
what
that.
they yeah, I don't know what they got to do, man. I mean, I guess they got to do a little bit of everything. They got to do not what they're doing. That's for sure.
do we
That's my
not have
analysis
hit?
on it.
Do we not have hitters like at all?
Um I mean, we got Brian Reynolds. Andrew McCutcheon's getting old. He's not the same Andrew
Yeah,
McCutcheon he used
he's.
to be. Uh but we have Brian Reynolds. Uh that's about
So
it.
what part? Oh well, if that's about it, I was about to say what part is the issue. But if it all is the issue,
It's like the whole team except for Paul Skeens. We just got Paul Skeens out of luck. Like we won the draft lottery that year and we got the number one pick.
then
You know what I mean? Like we just got him because we got lucky. Everybody else
yeah.
is just there. He's just like bargain shopping.
Well, if nothing else, he'll end up getting paid by us if we don't trade him.
Yeah, yeah. I hope he ends up being the highest paid pirate ever. I hope he doesn't go anywhere and they turn the team around and actually try to do something.
Keep him for a long time, yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be nice.
that's what I hope. But I can't help but not believe in that team.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Well, actually, I could give a shit less. They could suck balls, and I'll still come to their games.
Yeah, yeah. Going to baseball games are fun.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna go to a couple. Getting ready to go to a couple. Um, was power. What are they now? Dirty Bird games this summer. Me and Faith are planning them out now, so it'll be a lot of fun. Um, oh, dude, we got the Glenville. The Athletics made their schedule for football, so we have all the away games. So we can plan out one of the games to go to since they're at like high schools and shit.
Yes.
And we'll meet up. One of the last ones is at Parkersburg South, so I think that would be a fun one to go to, just because good food up there too. But yeah, we'll look at that schedule when we're in, and we'll figure out a weekend for you to come in, and we'll go.
Yeah,
We'll
man.
all go that
Absolutely.
weekend. I'll make sure I'm not working that one as a, you know, taking photos and videos of that one, and I'll just be there as a fan, and we'll just tailgate and have fun like college kids do.
Absolutely. Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
Sweet.
It sounds awesome. And, speaking of
Yeah.
football, I'm gonna shift to football real quick. I saw this probably like right before we got on. The Colts owner died, man. Jim Irsay, the Colts owner, died. He, I guess this was today. That's all I know about it. I don't know how. I don't know what happened. Um, yeah, Colts owner and CEO Jim Irsay dies at 65. That's the headline. But I just thought that was worth mentioning because
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
don't really know much about this guy. I don't know if he was a good dude or if he wasn't, but he did he did a good fucking job. He had Peyton Manning,
Yeah.
Reggie Wayne. He had at one point he made an impact. He won. He got the job
That
done.
had to be today because that had to be super recent.
Yeah, it was today. I think it was like this afternoon.
I haven't even seen that yet. Yeah. Wow.
The article posted at 7:46 p.m.
Wow. Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Um. Rest in peace, Mr. Hershey. Prayers to your family and all of that. Because
And
65. That sucks.
didn't even get to see the Pacers playoff run.
Dude, that's my yeah. What a shame. That's probably why he died. He said, "I don't want to see this shit."
I know
Not
you
the
can't
Warriors.
see me, but I'm now cracking into the tall boy glass.
Well, I heard you pop some. I heard you cracking the top, popping a top there. I liked hearing that glass ting. That was very nice. That was very nice.
There it is. It's not filled to the top, but
Dude, 65. Man, I used to think that I would die so young, and I am so terrified that I will die before I'm like retirement age now and able to do something with my life. Like I want to live so long now. It's so crazy.
yeah,
I mean,
man.
that guy's super successful. So if I could do half the things he does, then I'm sure I'd be really somewhat content with ending it. But man, that's scary.
You should try to live to like 403. I don't know how. That should just be your goal. You should aim for 403 years old. Do you think you can live one whole Jonathan?
Um, that's probably well as of right now. That's 2 point probably 00 or 01 Jonathan, 13 Jonathan. If I could live one whole Jonathan, man, I'm gonna be honest. I'd be pretty old because he's still kicking it. I don't even know how
Yeah,
long I'd be living, man.
you would be
Holy
infinite.
cow.
Yeah, I guess a Jonathan is yet to be determined. There's an
I don't
undetermined
want
amount of
to.
time.
I don't want to live. You know, if we could live to any age, or like if science and advancements within technology uh, go at the path that we all believe that they are going on, I think that I would like to reach the year. No, no. I think I'd like to just live a regular, normal life for the sole fact of being around for the year 2100 isn't going to be special. And, yeah, I'm probably going to be so outdated and useless. Nah, there's no need for me to be around. So, you know what? I put it right here. I wrote live to 403, but I don't think I'm going to be able to accomplish that.
Okay.
I'm going to live to 102. So I don't want to make it to 2100. So we're going to go to 2099 and I'm going to aim for December of 2099. I'm going to be 102 in 2 months. I'm going to have I'm gonna have a lot of time to accomplish very little or a whole lot, and I'm excited to see which path I decide. Um, who knows? That's for future, Justin. Got what am I? 27 right now. Oh, I got plenty of time then.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
you know
heck yeah.
what? I'll live to 2100 for you, and then
Oh, thank you.
because that's from what I've heard, that's when Y2K is actually going to happen. It's what they've been telling me. They just
Oh,
got it wrong. It
wow.
was 100 years behind. Yeah.
Man, I need to be on that email thread that you're on because I am not receiving this information. I might have changed my. Well, no, you know what? You said you're going to see it for me, so that's all that matters.
Yeah.
When you get to the afterlife, you let me know how it was.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Just give me a rundown. You know what? We'll do a special Backroad Banter podcast at that time.
From the
We'll just
grave.
hop online here, right from the grave, and you just tell me how the whole revolution happened.
Yeah, man.
Heck yeah, I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to it. 2099. Well, actually, it would probably be January 2100. So everybody, check that out.
Yeah, the first one, I'll let you know how Y2K went. Oh man, if Y2K goes, then I couldn't tell them on the computer. I'd have to like write a newsletter or something. Have to get the old typewriter out,
I'm gonna be
mail
honest.
it to subscribers.
I'm gonna be honest. At that point, you'll probably be able to just send your thoughts directly to our subscribers.
That's right.
So it'll be easier than ever. I'm not really gonna be worried about it because I'll be dead by then. But I'm gonna trust you to take care of it because you already said you would. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, and if I don't, then Jonathan will.
I'm
Surely
sure he'll still be around.
Dylan might.
I mean, with as many kids as Jonathan has, there's a good chance that he. I mean, he's I don't know. I was about to make a biblical reference, but he is the Bible, so I don't need to.
Yes.
He's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but it. If you believe in him, then you believe in the whole truth, and
That's
what
right.
matters.
Jonathan the Bible Turtle.
Yes, you know what? Well, I'm going to make another Jonathan sticker now, not just. I'm very excited for us to get some products out. I've been doing some more stickers and some more doodles. I saw a very rough tattoo of a little medicine bottle that had Courage the Cowardly Dog liquid in it, and it said Liquid Courage on it. And I have since turned it into my own sticker designs. One is a beaker and one is a beer can, and they look fucking awesome. So they're going to be added to it if we can figure out a way to kind of morph it into related to the podcast somehow, or at least with the logo or something on there. I've got your deer done.
Yes.
I have to say, everybody saw it. That was the cover photo for Wyatt last week. I put sunglasses on this deer because I felt very wrong drawing it the way that I did to show a little bit of the tism. It came off as too offensive to me for a cartoon, so I have transitioned it, and it has it's just got. I was looking for them there because I had some. It has some just some Ray-Ban style glasses on, but I've got a stack of grilled cheese beside it, and grilled cheese is coming out of his mouth, and it just says making them at night.
That's fucking
covered
sweet.
across the bottom. So I'm excited for that one. That's gonna be a funny one, dude.
That's pretty good.
Oh, it's so funny. Well, what's funny is every time I looked at that picture, I just kept making the eyes more round, and every time I made them more round,
It got worse.
It got worse by getting better, and it was not appropriate. Like I'm Dude, I'm tearing up right now thinking about it. I cried laughing the first time I looked at it because I said I didn't even show it to Faith. I changed it before I got home because I felt so bad about drawing it. Like, and I'm not that type of person, but man, that shit was just out of pocket for him.
That's funny as hell.
So now he's got glasses on and you can't see his eyes, but he's eating grilled cheese. So if you get the joke, you get the joke.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. I like it, man. I like all the characters that are stumbling across the
Oh, dude, we are coming
stumble
up with
across
a
our
good
lore.
we're coming up with I'm excited. We need to do maybe about a year or two in, once we have like 30 to 40 plus characters, I'll do a whole poster for us that's just got a whole bunch of our characters with like Backroad Banter coming 3D out of the center of it or something. That would be a cool poster. Oh, I can see it now.
We need the right person to stumble across this, and then you know, down the line, make a really low budget, Mortal Kombat style video game of just all of the characters that have popped up over time here.
Bro, Dylan would just be chucking grilled cheese at people. You have Jugman.
Piss Jugman.
Since we turned him into a baseball character, he'll have a baseball bat or a baseball with a glove or something. You know, we could make it to where it's very much a Mortal Kombat theme. The goats would be easy because they could just do about anything that you wanted them to.
Tony would have to be. He would have to be like the final boss in the whole video game.
Tony and Ollie would be. They would be an easy go-to. Oh man, I find it so funny. I like this. Every time we come up with a character and I start drawing something, it just makes it more fun for me. Brings out reminds me even more why I like doing this.
Yeah, yeah. So we need some indie developer to stumble across this and do like a PlayStation 2 style, Mortal Kombat style fighting video game with us.
That would be awesome.
We can come up with all sorts of things, I'm sure. That'd be funny as hell, actually.
We absolutely could. Wyatt, I want to ask you this. This is a good conversation. Have you seen Kanye's band song?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we can say any of the words in the title.
I don't want to.
Mm-mm.
I don't even know what the title is.
I think they're all words that we can't say. I don't think all of them are words that everybody can't say, but I think all of them are words that everybody shouldn't say.
Oh, I got you. Well, that really sucks. Well, this song, for anybody that doesn't know, is banned on every platform now, but you can still listen to it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Just search it. Here's the thing. I'll break it down into a couple things. I'm going to first say that I do not in any way support this song. I don't support anything that Kanye said. I don't support any of those rights, viewpoints, or anything that could be portrayed with the ideology and the individuals that were discussed or can be thought of when listening to that song. Before the hook, I really enjoyed that song. It spoke volumes to me, dude, because it really was just like, it sounded like old Kanye in the sense of, I'm just going to talk to you. I'm going to tell you exactly how I feel. I'm going to tell you the stuff that I'm dealing with. I'm going to tell you the stuff that's going on with me. I'm going to tell you how I'm successful and how I'm failing, and how the most important thing to me I can't control, which is his kids.
And then he's going to immediately ruin it after all of that. I never even heard the song. I just heard the title of the song and I said, okay. All right. I'm not going to listen to that. I don't think that's a good idea.
highly... Yeah. It's not worth listening to because he doesn't deserve views, and I don't like the idea. I don't like streamers just covering other people's shit and getting views because then they're monetized, so they make money off of it. But It is a really good song until that happens, and then the second and moment that happens, the music video to the lyrics themselves. I don't know how there is not a person on this planet that doesn't doesn't not only get offended but also like doesn't just question what is going on in this dude's mind.
Yeah.
Like I after it was over cuz I listened to the whole thing, I took it 100% as Kanye just saying, "You guys say I can't say these things or can't design clothes this way or can't do this. How about I just say exactly what you weren't wanting me to?"
Yeah.
And
Yeah, he's
he
that guy's
got,
out of his fucking mind.
dude, he got like 30 black people to say Hail Hitler for minutes on end in a very, very catchy, monotone way that was just deep and like hit you in your soul. Bro, it was like, it was crazy. And it infuriated me because as like you know me, like you really know me with music. So like for me to know music, I have to really be into it. And I love Kanye and I really loved old Kanye. And this just makes me not want to support anything that he's ever done cuz it's just too wrong. Like
Yeah, it's fucked up. Yeah,
yeah.
it's something. It's a definite series of choices that's might not be
Dude,
that's all it is.
that is how it needs to be framed, bro.
It's a
That is a
series of
series
choices for
of
sure.
choices. That is how that's how everybody needs to frame Kanye. Yeah, he's making a series of choices right now and we're just here for it at this point. Like
Yes.
and actually and the thing is I actually was here for Kanye up until this point, man. And what bothers me is it's kind of like I was saying with this song at the beginning, like with what he was speaking on, like so there I can't remember the lyrics exactly, but he was basically talking about having all of the money in the world and all of these things, but he can't talk to his kids, he can't see his kids, and that was his overwhelming feeling and his overwhelming point of uh inaccessibility to the things that he cares the most about. And so like hey, and as like a new father and like my biggest fear is to lose Layla or be able is to not be there for her in some way. And so it really like struck a chord with me. And then it got to the hook and it was immediately like, "Hey Layla, you remember how I said that I love you and I miss you and I wish I could do anything to see you? Look how terrible of a role model I am and look how right your mother is to keep you away from me." Like it gave the opposite message that I think he wanted it to.
Yeah, he immediately proved everybody else's point. He's like, "Oh, you
Yes.
guys think I'm crazy, huh?" I'll show you. You'll see.
at, at this point, there is literally nothing. Dude, at the end of the song, the last like 15 to 10 seconds of the song, it just out of nowhere pops up Hitler actually speaking. It's just Hitler speaking. Just a recording. You can hear the roughness of how it was recorded and through the microphone and everything. It was just
That's
so debilitating,
insane.
bro. Yeah, I do recommend you to watch it, just because I think you'll understand what I mean in terms of enjoying the beginning of it to some part. Plus, it'll give you a better understanding of like exactly what I'm talking about here. But I am in no way, just for anybody, I'm not supporting Kanye, especially after this. Like I said, I gave a good little precursor there before, but yeah, definitely not supporting that dude now. Holy cow!
Yeah, man. He's Yeah, like I said, he's making a series of choices. He's made a series of choices, that's for sure. None of them have been good lately for years.
Dude, he keeps it makes no sense. Everything is supposed to be a cyclical cycle. The stock market, the housing market, fucking any basic economy to just our overall life choices are supposed to be ups and downs. You learn from them. And like this dude rose to the top and now is deciding to go below any person has in a long time.
It's going
Like,
below the bottom.
yeah, he is literally he hit bikini bottom and now he's going to rock bottom.
Going to rock
Like,
bottom, yeah.
oh,
And he's just gonna take over down there. He's not even gonna come back up. He's gonna stay there. The worst people you know are gonna still be Kanye West fans, super fans in 15 years. This
you know
guy's
what?
just this guy might be
Well, we are
fucked.
not. We are making a Kanye sticker, and this Kanye is going to be on the buses that used to take that took SpongeBob to Bikini to Rock Bottom.
Yes.
It's gonna be a vertical bus, and you're just gonna see Kanye's face in it like this. He's gonna be going straight down. That's gonna be the new sticker.
Oh
I'm
yeah, we don't
excited
like
for
Pete
that.
Rose either. By the way, we talked about Pete Rose for a little bit last week. I forgot to sprinkle that in here. Um,
Yes.
yeah. Upon further research, we do not like Pete Rose.
Yes.
Yeah, he I guess he slept with a minor and he admitted to doing it, and then like his excuse was, well, I thought she was like, I forget how old she was. She was like 13 or 14 or some shit, and he's like, well, I thought she was 16. And I'm like, that doesn't make it any better. That's still bad.
That's
That's still really
that's
bad.
not. That just shows how fucked up our grandparents really were. Like,
Yeah, dude, old
I'm
people
sorry
are
to say that, but
nuts.
our grandparents, aged people, are really like they can be out of pocket in a lot
Old
of
people are
ways.
insane. Yeah. So yeah,
Old
I
people and
remember I
Kanye.
remember my exact words were, I don't care what he did. I lied. I do care what he did.
Yeah, yeah.
I do care what he did. I do
Everybody.
not care that he gambled. Let's put it that way. I do not care that he gambled on sports.
Yeah. I don't remember exactly what my words were that I put in there, but I did put that disclaimer in there on last week's
Nice.
episode that right at the beginning of us talking about him so that they saw that and then they still had to listen to us talk about him if
That's
anybody
great.
watched it.
Yeah, it was funny because I saw it like as soon as I got off. I was like, I looked on Twitter and I was like, why are people so pissed off about this? It's like they're really pissed off about all this gambling. Like, fuck, I didn't know anything about Pete Rose, man. I was too.
No.
That was a long
Don't like
time
the
ago. I
fucking
didn't know anything
I
about
don't
it. I
like the
didn't.
Reds either.
Yeah, I just knew why he wasn't in the Hall of Fame. That's all I knew. I didn't
I
look
thought that was
into
the
it.
only Yep.
Yeah, I didn't look into it. I just wondered why he wasn't in the Hall of Fame. It was because of the gambling shit. I was wondering why he was banned. It was the gambling shit.
Yep.
You know, so that's all I knew. I was like, oh, okay, that's not that bad.
But it turns out that they also had other reasons, which is good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So no Pete Rose. Pete Rose
Yep.
bad.
No Pete Rose. Yeah, we do not like him. He is not a fan of BBP, and the BBP is not a fan of him.
Yeah, well, he's dead. So
That's why I'm not. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm. Well, I'm sure he's not a fan of us then.
that's true. That's true. Yeah, let's got internet
So,
in wherever he's
yep, I
at.
hold to what I said. Um, what else? What else? I want to get into some not sports, but some sports real quick. Anybody doesn't know, go look them up. Boston Red Sox now have the coolest uniforms in baseball.
Those are sweet. Those are awesome. Yeah.
Those are amazing. I'll throw them up here. You don't have to go look them up. I'll throw them up here right now for anybody that's watching this. So you may wonder, Red Sox, green jerseys? What the heck? It's awesome. It's
That's
awesome.
cool.
If you're a baseball fan, you understand automatically. And if you're not a baseball fan, once you understand what the green monster is, then you'd be like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Because that's cool. I don't know what else to say, man. I wanted to get your take on it just because you're way more baseball than me.
It's really cool. I like it a lot better than the ones they had last year. The ones they had last year were like the blue and yellow or whatever. I wasn't a giant fan of those. I love the ones they have this year. The the green is pretty cool.
They did really well with the font on everything too. It just looks good. It's so cool. And I don't know. I wish I was a fan of the Red Sox because I want one of those jerseys, but I'm not a fan of the Red Sox.
Right.
Too bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk one more sports thing too before we transition. I
Yeah.
am circling back to basketball, but I'm circling back to women's basketball. I'm gonna,
Okay. Cool. I'm
um,
excited.
yeah, this this fucking Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark nonsense. This is the most one-sided rivalry in the history of sports, dude. This shit's crazy. This is just some like this is just some lady angry that she didn't make women's basketball popular. She's super pissed off she didn't make women's basketball popular. She's not that good, you know. And I don't know if you saw the clip from the other day, the flagrant foul. That was that was
That
the
was the
lightest
most
shit ever.
ridiculous, bro. That was the dumbest, most ridiculous, and everybody was like giving Caitlin Clark props and everything for saying that she was going to pick up that tech for um, for her teammate.
Yeah,
I guess props to you, but not really because Caitlin Clark at one, um, she showed up for an event for some public event like 2 weeks ago and made more in that one showing than what her salary is, and your fines are fines are based on salary are based on income and salary. So like if the WNBA income is only $10 million a year, your fine's only $5,000. So that's not that much.
yeah,
You know, not taking much from her. Also, that's just retarded. I'm good for her teammate, good for Caitlin Clark. I find it. I don't know. I may be out of pocket for this, and tell me if I am. I've really tried to be super like in the middle because I wasn't a fan of Caitlin Clark in college or anything. Um, I was actually more of a fan of Angel Reese, ironically, just probably just from the media bias as well. But I feel like Angel's biggest thing with Caitlyn is that she's not only that it is that she's better than her, but is that she's white.
yeah,
Like I don't think she likes that she's white and just really good at basketball.
yeah. I don't think that. I think a big thing is the fact that she thinks that she also made basketball popular. Like I'm not really a giant fan of either of them, but um, this Angel Reese thinks she made women's. She thinks that she's the reason that all these people are showing up to these games, and which that's not really that true. Maybe in Chicago,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah, it's true to an extent. Like I would not now because now I know the type of person she is because she's really showed it this season. But when she was drafted, I would have went to seen her if I could, like just randomly. I totally would have because I really was a fan of her. So she was right to an extent, but her problem is that her ego was bigger than her play,
Yeah,
and Caitlyn has no ego, and she knows that if she just says nothing, everybody else will fucking talk for her. And
yeah,
it's what's happened.
yeah,
Like she just balled out every single game, and she's just like I enjoy it because I remember before she got drafted last summer or last spring, me and Faith were having lunch with her friend Hannah, and Faith and Hannah are super big into basketball.
right.
They were all saying all that bull crap. Hannah's a basketball coach, so she's always followed her, but she was a super huge fan of Caitlyn, was telling me all these things, and I was like, yeah, I don't know. I think she's overrated, this and that, and like, no, she absolutely is not. She is exactly what everybody said she was. She is a baller.
Yeah, she kicks
Really good.
ass. Yeah,
Yeah.
more good basketball for Indiana. Indiana's
Oh, dude, they are rocking it right now.
yeah.
Did you see just because we're talking about WNBA, everybody should look it up because WNBA is still cool. The NBA or the Fever are actually getting logo change or color change and everything.
Really?
I'm pretty sure I saw something a couple weeks, maybe a week, two at max. It would have been 2 weeks ago, but it was I believe it was on their Instagram, and it was just a hint at showing their branding changeover, and it was their colors are going to match the Indiana Pacers now with
Oh,
the
really? That's
yellow
cool.
and blue, I believe. Yeah, I
That's
think
cool.
it's a smart move.
Yeah, yeah.
Very
Especially, I
good
mean,
move.
they play in Gainbridge Fieldhouse too, so that is a good move. You
Yeah.
get to brand out that whole building, you know, with the blue and
Mm-hmm.
yellow.
Yep.
And you
I
get
think
all
we need to
those
make it a point. That man, what's that place called?
Gainbridge Fieldhouse.
Is
That
that
place
the
is
place that
fucking
I'm thinking?
sick. That place is
I
awesome.
think that's the. I want to say it's what I'm thinking of. Oh yeah, okay. Just from the outside, I'm almost certain it is.
Yeah, I forget what it used to be called.
Holy shit! I'm not gonna lie. This is a very. That's funny that this is in Indiana.
Mm-hmm. The sports facilities in Indiana are really nice. Like Lucas Oil Stadium
That's
is
right.
really nice. Gainbridge Fieldhouse is crazy.
I've
Um,
always heard that about Lucas Oil Stadium, and like I've seen stuff like I've seen whenever I've obviously watched a shit ton of games there. I've watched the Parks and Rec went there for an episode, so like I've seen it and stuff. But man,
it's very nice. I liked it a lot.
well, oh yeah, you were there for the thing. I forgot the wrestling.
Yeah, I was at I went to both of the places like back to back nights.
Dude, Lucas Oil Stadium's a lot bigger than I thought.
Yeah, it's fucking huge.
That place is gigantic. That is really
Mm-hmm.
blowing my mind right now. I can't imagine seeing it in person. That's cool. Well, that's on the bucket list now. Heck yeah.
Yeah, it's a
I
nice
was gonna
place, man.
say,
Indianapolis was actually really cool. I had a lot of fun there. It's very
yeah.
flat. That was the only weird thing. I'm not used to that. I'm not
How
used to
far was
flat
the
at all.
drive?
Oh shit, 5 hours or something like that. 5.5.
Oh, that's not
And we
bad.
stopped
You
at the
know what? That's
store.
going.
Stopped at the
Get
store
you a few
and
supplies. Did you?
yeah, yeah, dude. Swing by Columbus and stop at the store if you go. But it's pretty
I'm
cool. It's a pretty cool place. Nothing super
I'm
fancy, but if you're going there for something else, it's you can find other fun things to do for sure.
I'm putting that in my phone now. I have a whole running list of things and places to go and do. Me and Faith just to explore. Uh, just that I
Faith
want to do myself. So.
Faith would like the arcade bar in Indianapolis. That place was
Oh,
sweet.
I'm.
I forget what it was
Uh,
called. Tappers.
yep, yep. Thank you very much, Jocelyn.
Yeah, Justin said thank you.
Arcade bar. Tappers. That's right. I remember us talking about Tappers now because I said that's a cool name. I like it.
Yeah,
I remember
that
that.
place is sweet.
Well, that is now on my list under Indianapolis. So heck yeah, I appreciate that tip there, dude. Um,
Yeah, it's a nice ass place. The drinks are pretty reasonably priced. They're very good. And all the arcade games are free unless you want to play pinball. Then you need quarters, but they have
you get
consoles and shit
those.
too there. Like they have consoles, the TVs over in the corner, like they have N64 and PS2 and shit. It's a nice
Nice.
little place.
That's cool.
Yeah, when I went there, people were playing old. They were playing old WWF No Mercy on the Nintendo 64. They were doing like tournaments over in the corner. I was like, oh, that's
That's
fucking
cool.
sick.
Yeah, that's fun. That's just cool atmosphere. I like the hobbies that I do. I'm a very busy person. Like I haven't really been home in the last week and a half, besides to sleep. But the stuff that I do is very secluded. I don't do stuff with people as much anymore. So
Yeah,
just
you're the
hearing about
Pope.
that, like I am, and you know what? Thank you for. I'm glad you brought that back up. So I was rethinking about it this week, and I was talking about all of the qualifications to meet there last week, talking about converting and whatnot. Um, I've decided that since it's 2025 and it is the new age, it is the age of being who you are. I'm exactly where I want to be at right now. So I am still running for the next Bishop of Rome, but I am doing so um, as a non-party leader. So I
Okay.
am not running as Catholic, and hopefully my free spirit will really show the followers that I'm open and that I'm willing to listen to them, and I'm willing to forgive them for all of their sins. And I understand it because God understands it, and that's all that matters.
There you go. Yeah, I think you got this, man.
I
And
believe.
and then you're gonna also be president down the line too. I think you already committed to that. You were gonna run in whatever year it was.
Yeah, we'll see. That's coming up here soon, probably in the next 15 years. The way that it's looking, I actually feel like I'll be president first and then pope, which will be a little bit better because the amount of I don't know how many people are Catholic in the world.
Are you gonna do them both at the same time, like be a two sport athlete?
I would really like to, but I'm going to be honest, I don't think they would let me. And the really for to so that I could serve the people properly, I think that it needs to go as all things do. It needs to be a hierarchy, and there are 1.4 billion Catholics in the world, and there are not 1.4 billion Americans in the world. So I'm going to aim for a president first, see how I do running a country, and then I'm going to see if not necessarily running a religion, but kind of directing its path towards the future. See how I can do over in Italy.
Yeah, there you go.
That's the plan.
Yeah, well, you're gonna
We'll
have
we'll
quite the
see.
resume by the time you're all done with this.
I'm very excited. I'm sure we'll add on a few more jobs by the time I have to quit this podcast to pursue these dreams. Um, but until then, we're going to be keeping it hot and steady every week.
Yeah, President Pope Justin. The then you got to give yourself just a random number because you can.
I'm the first because I'm going to be the first Pope president.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Are you gonna go by Pope President or President Pope?
Uh, Probably Pope. Uh, it's probably going to be Mr. Pope, former President Justin the First.
Okay.
It's probably going to be my formal addresses, and then it'll just be like I don't know Gary for short.
Oh, all right. Yeah. You should also get you should also get knighted, so you can be Sir Gary.
I'm pretty sure that comes whenever you're Bishop of Rome.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and if it's not, I'll be asking for it. So
All right. There you go.
yeah. Right after that, I'm going to ask my Italian chefs to whip up the best dang pepperoni roll the world's ever seen.
You
Very
could have
excited for
them
that.
train you to also become an Italian chef, and you could add chef to your name. You could just keep getting professions that came with titles and make your name long as fuck, like Doctor, President, Chef, Pope, um, Sir, fucking.
Well, the doctor's going to be easy. That's going to be given to me once I'm elected president, former Pope Justin the First, or Pope, former President Justin the First.
Yeah.
But I'll probably I would assume like I was saying we talked about it before. I wanted to get the most honorary doctorates. I can't assume that role because there's too many. But I would say at least 15 universities would be willing to throw it out just to have their name attached to me, affiliated with me. So when the time comes, I'm definitely going to be sending my resume in to them and seeing if they'd want me to speak at their graduations or ceremonies of any sort.
Yeah. What kind of? I think for one of the episodes we should have you prepare what your graduation speech would be. We should have
Oh,
actually
absolutely.
we should have actually already done it since it is around graduation season right now. We should have done it the past couple of weeks.
Yeah,
But
it is. Everybody should be motivated. You just you have to look to the future, and looking at the past is just where you were at. And if you look to the future, that's where you want to be. And if you really think about it, then you're thinking too hard. You just got to act. If you act upon it, then things are gonna come your way. And if they don't come your way, then you're just not acting hard enough. The more you act, the harder they'll come, and the harder you come, then the better it'll fall. And better it'll fall, the better you feel, and the better you feel, then there you are. And here we are. And if you look at it that way, then we're all just really here together. And I want everybody to know that I'm here with you, and I'm proud of you for reaching this moment. It's a big moment. It's an important moment. It's a moment that we're all here together in. As I stated there, I'm very proud of it. I'm very proud of you. I'm at a good point. I hope you're at a good point. And yeah, congratulations. It'd probably go something like that. I don't know. Maybe
That's
a little more formulated.
that's fucking awesome.
I don't
That
know.
oh man, that had a good crazy ass start to it. That was a good one. Holy shit. Yeah, you should speak at graduations.
Well, it's funny. The high school graduation. It's actually one of the things I wanted to talk about, dude. My little brother graduates there on Friday. Dude, Caleb graduates. It's
That's
really crazy. It's got
insane.
me. Yeah, it's got me super emotional in a million different ways. But it's also got me thinking, dude. His senior assembly was today, and it just had me thinking about ours, dude. I freaking and people may hear this if they ever do. I don't miss high school in the way of like wanting to actually relive it, but man, we've said it before. I wish I could go back and just rewatch it.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Just
Everything, the
like
highs,
watch
the
a tape.
lows. Yes, just see everything and like and to feel all of those moments again and to understand like the nervousness that I was feeling in the most easy and unsubstantial times. Like I don't know, it's really awesome. But I was thinking about senior assembly and everything, and I was like, man, I was talking to my parents about it. I was like, I wish he would soak it up. Like, it's been 9 years for us now, dude, and I could walk us through that entire day. Like, I have the fire extinguisher from that me and Nathan used. I took that on our senior assembly. Like after our senior assembly, I walked to the art room and grabbed it and put it in my backpack and walked out. And it's still sitting in my closet. And every time I look at it, it's just floods of memories, man.
Yeah, that's a moment that, especially when as big as it is, whenever you're living it, it's a moment that doesn't really register that you're doing something. Kind of, it's almost the first time in your life that you're doing something for the last time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's like
Yep.
the first time in your life that you're not always the first time that you're doing something for the last time, but yeah, but it's so big because you're done and it's a big thing, like it's an accomplishment, you know what I mean? And you're all excited to be done. But it doesn't register to you as you walk out that door like this is the last fucking time I'm doing this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. 100%, man. And that's really what I was trying to get across to him, and what I've been telling him the last few months was just enjoy it, because you don't realize why they are good times. Like there's this saying, I forget who said it, like but it was something along the lines of, you don't realize you're in the good times until they've passed.
Dude,
And
Andy Bernard said that in the office.
is that he okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
is that not ironic? Okay,
Yeah.
well, and it is absolutely so true. And
It is
like
true.
we can look at any points of our lives and like find good points, and find good reasons, but especially like now, and being able to take the time, and me especially take me having taken the time to think about the past and think about high school and where we're all at. And I don't know, we've really talked about how appreciative we are, and I've really hit on it every podcast, or at least every other podcast. But like between our friend groups and everything, it's just, I don't know, it's exactly that. It's you don't realize, like, I wish I could go back to the last time me, you, and Kevin hung out at his mom's house.
Yes.
And
I saw
just,
his mom's house the other day, man. I drove
bro.
it was a few weeks ago. It was whenever Jocelyn was with me, but I just drove her up through the college just to show her the college, like, because I toured her through the rest of the town the other time she'd been there, but she never seen like the college campus. So I drove around up there and I looked. I was like, "Yep, that's my buddy Kevin's old house."
Yeah.
I just drove by it and I was like, "Damn, I've been in this parking lot so many times, doing shit I shouldn't have been doing."
Dude,
You know what I mean?
that,
And same with
it's
the
just,
house.
there's been this thing going around, the few times that I've been on social media watching actual social media stuff, like mindless stuff. I've come across videos that have been like talking about hanging out with your friends for the last time, and like you don't realize the last time your neighborhood friends all get together, you don't really soak that up. And I was like, we never really had neighborhood friends, but you definitely have that moments. And you know, Kevin, being at Kevin's house were that moments, being at your house were that moments, with all of us. Honestly, we could go back being at Jordan's house in middle school through early high school. Those were the moments, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's I don't know, very reminiscent, very awesome to think back on, because it's crazy that it's been so long ago, because I really do remember that period so well still.
Yeah, it's crazy that there's at least one of those places that we still get to have some moments in, which is good.
Yeah,
And
I
I honestly think we will have that place to have at least a few moments in, no matter how few and far between. We will have that for life, at least I think so.
yeah,
Because I thought my mom's house is, I mean, it's old, but it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be in the family for, hopefully, unless she decides to move or something. Which if she does, more power to her. But, but yeah, I don't think. I don't think that house is going anywhere. So there's at least one place to keep making the occasional moment in. But yeah, I do. I miss all those other places, and you're right. You really didn't know the last time that you were there. Um, Kevin's house, you kind of had the feel because he was like in town less and less, but we still never really knew like the last time that we walked out of there that it would be the last time that we walked out of there. Like,
no, going through our freshman year of college, like that first semester before he went to college, like it was every week we would go up there. It just wasn't like it was in high school, so we didn't know. Like you're saying, we didn't know how often. We didn't know when it was, when he would be there, when he'd be at Mark's, and yeah, weird times.
yeah, dude. Yeah, a lot of those places you just didn't know what when the last time was. Um, and yeah, until it passed.
Dude, I think what's funny is, and man, everybody's house. I have all of Colton's houses. I have core memories at.
Yeah, all of his
Uh,
40 houses.
all,
I have a good bit of memories in each one of those. Yeah.
but yeah, I have, man, yeah, so many memories, so many memories. I
Yeah,
hope
absolutely.
one day, whenever we have a post show, whenever we are on some sort of private platform, we'll run through some stories, and we'll talk through some experiences that we've had. 'Cause,
Yeah.
my gosh,
Yeah, for sure.
old Texas house, bro.
That's actually a very good idea. Yeah, I think we should get to a point. If we get a certain number of people watching this, we should have a little. We should start up a little Patreon or something and have people pay us $1 or two to just listen to our extras. Make some
Yeah,
extras, and I think that would be a good time, especially a good story time. Yeah,
yeah.
that
I
would make
kind
for a
of
good
saw
one.
it. I kind of planned that for us. I kind of saw it as being like, after every show, we would take like a 5 minute intermission and hop back on for an extra 30, 45 minutes and just run through, whatever it was that was brought up or that we thought of, relative to us growing up, that might be really interesting and worth listening to for $1.
Yeah, we got a lot of stories. We got a lot of stories. We got the story about you breaking your fucking shins. We won't get any further into that, but
We got
we'll save
breaking the
that one for the
shins.
thing. Yeah, but
We got burning down, almost burning down. We got catching a river on fire. We'll just start with that.
oh my
Catching a
god,
river on
that's a
fire.
good one. That's a good
Um,
one. Yeah,
I have got countless stories on. Now, I've got countless stories on stuff. So, so we'll just leave it at that. Never mind. That are just really good, interesting life lessons as well, because I've
yeah,
learned from every one of them. Yeah, but that to come in the future. To come in the future.
yeah, yeah. We'll think on it and give a number count. Like if we get a certain view count or a certain subscriber count, we'll start this up. But yeah, it's definitely a good idea. I think it's pretty cool. It'd be very
We'll
fun.
throw it in the vault.
Yeah,
Throw it in the vault.
the endless vault. We have for such a short time frame. We've got a big ass reservoir of extra ideas, which I think is always a good thing.
Oh yeah, I've been I've been slacking on the commercials here. I've been so busy with life, I haven't
Yeah, I've been slacking on a
been
lot of
getting the
shit.
commercials in as much. I just haven't found the time to freaking. I have some written, but they're all I need to. They're not vocal commercials. They're ones that I need to make videos or a graphic for, and I just haven't had the time. So I got to write some like just vocal ones that I can throw something up for.
Yeah, we do.
Just with a
It's
smiley
gonna
face.
it's gonna be we're gonna back ourselves into a corner one of these days if we ever get like an actual sponsor. People aren't gonna know if it's fucking real.
Yeah.
We just get some little rinky dink thing nobody's ever heard of, and they're like, "All right, what the fuck? That's not funny.
I
It's not
promise
funny or stupid."
it. That's how you know it's real because it will not say something with BBP on it. I don't know. I
Yeah,
usually try to
it won't
avoid
be stupid or
our
it won't be stupid or
podcast.
funny.
Yeah, if you can Google it, then it's probably real. We'll just keep it at that. Oh gosh. Well, this week, do you have a review for anything, my man?
Dude, I did, and I can't for the life of me remember what it was.
Take
Um,
1 second to try to remember. I'm gonna grab my review because mine's a live review.
that's awesome. Do you want to go first? You want me to take the lead on this? I feel like yours is going to be cooler.
I'll go first. I have a show and tell, so I'll do a show and tell for you there afterwards. I'll go first. So a backstory. There's a guy in West Virginia named the Pickle Guy, and the Pickle Guy obviously makes pickles, and he makes them of all variety: dill, garlic, taco, ranch, any flavor you can think of. He makes like 20 different flavors.
It's crazy.
Faith has tried a fair amount of them. Really enjoys them. It surprised her how much she liked the taco one too. Um, but very good, thick pickles. I like his pickles. He opened up a store in the Beckley Mall. Every time I'm there, very randomly, but every time I'm there, I talk to him about pickle juice, and he usually gives me, he'll give me an extra container of pickle juice because he knows that I like to drink it and I like to use it for stuff. So
I think I found his Facebook.
over the last like month or so, he started selling his brine, straight brine before it's being pickled in bottles. And I was like, that's genius. I'm going to pay for it because I've been getting it for free anyways. So I have a bottle.
Yeah,
Of,
that's what I'm looking at right now. It's his profile picture on his Facebook.
yeah.
I can hold it up to the camera. You can't see it, but I guess the camera can see it. You'll see it. You'll see it later. But yeah, it looks shitty on my camera. Dude, the next time you go into that area, you can bring me back some pickles, man. I'll give you some money. Bring me back some of this guy's pickles.
What kind do you like?
I like dill pickles, man. I'm very generic when it comes to pickles. I fucking love dill pickles, but I know this guy's probably got some good ones.
Dill's all that I eat, so that's perfect. That's, dude. Okay, so, backstory on this brine. I usually get the brine like straight from his pickles, so it's already been in a cucumber and everything.
Yeah.
What he bottles is his fresh brine that he then puts the cucumbers in and lets them ferment in.
So that's what he uses to pickle his shit.
Yes, so this is pickle free brine. I have my entire life had, obviously pickle juice from the thing. This is fantastic in a different way. Very, very good if you like pickle juice. Very good for multiple health reasons too. By the way, if you're sick, it's good to drink pickle juice. That is very good. I'm gonna give it a solid 9 out of 10 for pickle juice because I can't have anything to compare it to because I've never had unpickled pickle juice. But back to the story. I bought this. Talking to the guy, he recognized me even though it's been months between me being in there last, dude. I talked to him. I was like, yeah, last time I talked to you about it. And I said, I usually get some off you. He went to the back and gave me a 5-gallon bucket of the pickle juice that had the pickles in it and everything.
That's awesome.
And he's like, yeah, you can use it. We use it for marinating stuff in. We do all this other stuff with it.
You just
So
tell him
I've
like,
got
no,
it
bro,
in.
I'm gonna drink it. Is that what you
I
told him?
told I told him that's what I would do. I told him that's what I'm gonna do mostly with it. But I did do what he said, and Faith marinated some chicken in it overnight. Cooked it
Ooh,
yesterday, dude. This shit tasted. If we would have breaded it, we're changing our diets, so we're not eating any of that stuff. But if we would have breaded it, it would have been very close to Chick-fil-A's. It would have
that's
been. It
awesome.
was, dude. It was very good. I highly recommend that. If anybody hasn't tried that, marinated in some pickle juice. It is good.
Yeah, man. I wish I would have had that idea. Yeah, we're about to diet too, because it's the summertime. I'm tired of feeling old and fat.
Yeah, face dieting to lose weight. I'm eating more. I'm trying to gain weight, so I'm eating.
Dude, I'm diet. I plan on dieting because I'm tired of my back fucking murdering me at 27. Like my back should murder me. It should have hurt a little bit now, but it shouldn't hurt like it does now. I should I'm gonna
Yeah,
try. Yeah, I need to lose some weight and get a couple of years back on my back.
yeah,
My back's like an old my back's like Colton's old Toyota right now. Like it's still going, but it don't fucking look good.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Third gear is second
Yeah.
gear is not there.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good analogy, bro. We need to keep using that now.
Yeah. We'll put Colton's Toyota in the video game. Its nameplate's just
Gotcha.
Yoder.
Yeah. Oh, bro.
Big West
I
Virginia
wanna.
Yoder license plate.
I want to. I'm just writing that on the side here too. That's gonna go. Maybe one day we'll make a Yoder sticker as well.
The Yoder was sweet.
Bro. That's a. I have so many freaking memories in that vehicle. Like Dante, it was the summer me and Dante got close was because Dante and Cole weren't close, and they would always pick me up from my mom's house. Bro, that was man, we could reminisce all night long. I
Yeah,
really love
dude.
that shit, but that's just boring. So, what's your review, man?
In my review, I started playing a game the other day again. I've played it a few times. I've never beat it. I'm gonna beat it this time. Man Eater. I don't know if you've heard of it. You're a
I have not.
shark. You a shark. You're a shark, and you just eat
Oh,
shit.
okay. Yep.
Yeah, you just go around eating shit. You start out as a little baby shark, and then you eat shit, and you do your missions and stuff to level up, and then you unlock more places of the map, and you get bigger and stuff. Eventually, you fight crazy shit. I haven't got far enough to see what kind of crazy shit, but yeah, it's a fun game. It's a good little
Yeah, I've heard of
bullshit
that.
game. It's definitely a good little bullshit game. It's free in the PlayStation Store. I was about to say I think, but I know it is because I wouldn't have paid for that. But it's fun. I mean, if I were to give it an out of 10, it's like a 6. It's like it's like if you're bored, if it's the middle of the night, you don't have shit to do, and you're not tired, and you
I
have
wish.
you have a couple of store items in you, or a couple of beers or something, and you're just like you want something to do, and you want to just go around eating fish and people and crocodiles and alligators.
I wish I had a PS5.
Yeah, it's also on the PS4. I don't know if your PS4 still runs, but I don't know if you have I don't know if you have PlayStation Plus still.
I do. I did not. I'll have to look at that. I didn't.
Yeah,
I haven't looked
it
at
should
this
be
month's games.
it should be free on your thing.
Oh, I'll have to look at that then.
Yeah.
Shoot. Yeah, I'll get that tonight here before I go to bed. Then I'll let that download. Heck yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was trying to think. I don't really have a game that I'm playing right now, so that would be a good mindless game.
And
Aside from VR periodically.
I'm about to jump in. I'll probably do our first ones tomorrow, so by the time this comes out, it'll probably have already happened. But I'm gonna start our Grand Theft Auto countdown for the
Nice.
6. Yeah, or I guess the
Nice.
Rockstar countdown because I'm gonna be playing more than just Grand Theft Auto. But anything that's on the PlayStation, Grand Theft Auto, or Rockstar wise, will be played. So, Bully, Red Dead 2, Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, San Andreas, 5. And then I heard eventually they're remastering 4 later in the year. So hopefully 4. Hopefully Grand Theft Auto 4 as well. But that'll be our sporadic schedule. No set schedule yet, but that'll be our sporadic schedule throughout the next year until 6 comes out. And
Sounds good.
And then
Sounds like a plan.
six will probably do some release day shit. But yeah, I'll probably kick that off tomorrow. So by the time this comes out, probably have already started playing Grand Theft Auto 3. I'm gonna get it out of the way first because I do not have fun with it. I don't like it that much. I want to get it done early.
Knock it out of the way.
Yeah,
You don't have to touch it again.
but those ones that I have are the remastered ones, so they're not the old PlayStation version. They're the newer versions, so they run a little faster. They look a little better. So the 3 Vice City and San Andreas, that is.
Yeah, it'll be a little more friendly for the viewers to watch then.
I think the most fun we're gonna have is probably San Andreas or maybe Red Dead 2.
Yeah, yeah. Make sure you're when you get on. I'll try to get on too, so we can commentate and make some commentary, and make it interesting and fun to watch.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I'll probably start it tomorrow, and if I do start it tomorrow, I don't know when, but it might be midday, it might be later, but I'm gonna at least poke around and try to find some things out and experiment around before I do a real one. But
Yeah. Let me know, man.
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
So I've been really big into the Power Rangers kick, and I've been big into. I'm reminiscing on my toys as I reminisce on everything. So I've ordered and received some toys from my childhood, specifically from Power Rangers Ninja Storm. I remember it being a lot bigger. That's what she said. That's what he said. But I got this in.
That's the one that turns into the. I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna let you do it. Yeah, I remember that thing being a lot bigger too. I think in the show it was. I think in the show it was fucking huge.
It's a huge staff.
Yeah.
But even I lost. This is one of the toys that I lost in the flood, a long time ago. So like when I got this in, I was so happy. But here's the thing: it's not complete.
Oh yeah, it's got that thing. I forgot about those, dude. I forgot about those. That's fucking sweet. I didn't know it did that. No, yeah, I did. I knew it did that. That's cool, dude. You could mine stuff with that.
Yeah, dude, this is the original freaking Fortnite and Minecraft. Freaking dude, I was just so excited with it, man. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's cool as
I'm gonna
shit.
play with this, but it's also going to be a good display piece for me as well. One day. So it's just, I was very excited. This is awesome. You gotta reminisce and enjoy the little things, and this is the little things right now for me.
Yeah.
So heck yeah, that was cool. I'm working on finishing the original Ninja Storm blaster. I have the Lion Hammer, and I have the I forget the blue. It's the blaster, the Dolphin blaster. It's like the Screech blaster gun, but I got to get the Red Ranger's gun, and then I'll have all 3 of those as well.
That's awesome.
They're also a lot smaller than I remember, dude. I don't think they're built for men. I realized that. It's dumb.
I couldn't imagine why.
I know, it's so dumb. I want one.
Yeah, that's
I'm a
bullshit.
Man now. I want a real life Lion's Hammer. Like, that'd be badass.
Now we gotta. Yeah, I think next week we gotta run another bracket. Have we decided what we want to do? I know we briefly talked about it over text message. Did we want to do?
No.
Did we want? What was it? Was it?
It was NASCAR, you said?
Yeah, it was NASCAR drivers or Grand Theft Auto video games, which I think both of them are pretty, par for the course for what we're doing right now. Because if we're about to start playing Grand Theft Auto, and also our winner of our first bracket was a NASCAR movie, sort of.
I would say, yeah, sort of.
Yeah, sort of.
There's
yeah,
NASCAR drivers in it. I would say NASCAR because NASCAR is more marketable to probably the people that are listening to this, because if anybody has played the video games, they definitely haven't played all of them. Plus, we can be way more controversial because it'll actually be a full bracket instead of 6. So,
Yeah, we could probably or what did we do the first time? 8. We could probably pull off 16 for a NASCAR
yeah,
bracket.
we could
I
do
think
16
easily,
for the NASCAR.
easily.
Um,
I think worst case scenario, we could ask our dads for 4. Just be like, hey,
oh,
dad,
let's do
name
that.
4 NASCAR
No,
drivers.
that let's do that. Let's do that. So I'm writing it down right here for next week. Uh, let's absolutely do that, dude. Um, because this will also be more fun. I like stuff that's more of a challenge. Grand Theft Auto is honestly too easy, I feel like. Bracket. We're Jeff. That's gonna be so fun throwing theirs into because they're real NASCAR heads. Like I'm just NASCAR head from 2002 to 2018.
I can assure you,
Past
my
that.
dad is just gonna go with old like Hendrick Motorsport guys. Like that's all he's gonna do.
Dude,
He's gonna tell you like Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson.
that's what my dad's gonna go with. Dale Earnhardt, Kevin Harvick. Gonna go with. I was about to say he won't go with Mark Martin. He hates Mark Martin. Yeah, ask Dad for some.
That's gonna leave us to fend for ourselves. That we're gonna our dads are gonna take all the good ones, and then we're gonna have to.
My dad will take 90s racers. I'll take racers I know. He isn't gonna take people like Kyle Busch.
I already know you can pencil Jeff Gordon in for my dad. I'm not gonna take that one from him. So dad gets Jeff Gordon. I know it's gonna be the first one he
Kevin
says.
Harvick for my dad because Kevin Harvick's his biggest.
Yeah, but I think we could definitely round off
Yeah.
some NASCAR drivers from our dads. They would know some shit.
Guys, I'm just gotta say this again.
That's awesome.
The pickle guys, pickle brine. If you guys ever want to really surprise the BVP, production crew, you just hit us up with some pickle guy. But don't send me pee because now that I look at this on screen, this looks an awful like pee. Really bad pee, but pee.
Yeah.
I don't want that. Pickle juice.
Yeah, we need to get when we get to a certain number of subscribers, and we definitely can't do it forever. But when we get to a certain number of subscribers that's like high enough but not too low, we definitely need to just get a PO box to accept fan mail for a show and tell. And then
Dude,
if it gets too high, we definitely fucking can't do that shit because we'll be getting a lot of bullshit.
I don't see us ever getting too high with
No,
this.
no.
So if we can get a very moderate,
Yeah, if we can get enough.
yeah, I would be very surprised. My goal for us, if we reach 100 people, that would be a huge milestone.
That would be pretty sweet.
That would be like, okay, dude, we've made it. This should probably keep going until we can't go it any longer,
Yeah.
Because I feel like then we've got a real you see how my bar is set low, but it's also really high at the same time,
Yeah, because it really can go either way. That's the thing with it. Like it can be, a lot. Like I'm not gonna give us a whole lot of credit here when I say this, but a lot of people like really stupid shit. You know what I mean? Like, and
Yeah.
I don't think we bring really stupid shit, but like I've seen people like dumber shit than this.
Yeah, it would just take it takes the right mark
Yeah,
somebody
yeah,
that
no,
knows it.
absolutely.
I'm waiting
It's
for us to hit a good strive and then I'm gonna market the fuck out of us.
yeah, it's a big. There's definitely a lot of science behind it, marketing wise. Yeah, but it's
Right now it's more just I really see like I don't know, we're getting our feet wet, we're still learning, but also it's just like it's growing as we're like it's growing in a proper format, a proper time frame.
yeah. There was no preparation going into it. It's just the preparation kind of happens as we do it. It's like it fixes itself over time, and it will probably stay consistently changing forever. I guess it kind of has to if you want it to be anywhere near successful. It does have to change forever, but it really will though. It'll there'll be little bits and pieces that we add and take away, and I'm sure at some point we'll accidentally temporarily retire things that we do all the time. Like we'll just come up with new ideas and then we'll end up forgetting about some old ones, and then they'll sit on the shelf for 20 episodes or some shit. But
Yep.
yeah,
As long as we're making improvements, that's all I care. I just want to. I want to. Well, as with everything, I just want to constantly see that we're trying for that and that we're not
yeah,
just staying stale. And we're doing good at that so far. And I feel like with everything we kind of outlined and the things we've discussed there, they're off camera. We've got a good idea for some for the direction we went ahead if we're able to make things kind of take off.
yes, yes. We do have some plans that hopefully end up being something. So
Yeah.
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 I don't know if you have any closing thoughts. I know I do not. I don't have any Cavs to root for. I've given up on the Pirates. Um, Rest in peace to Jim
No.
Irsay. But
No.
that's about all I
Uh,
got, man.
yeah. You know what? I like that. Rest in peace, Jim. Congratulations to all of this year's graduates. Congratulations, Caleb. I'm proud of you.
I really hope he watches this, right? I really hope he watches your.
Probably.
I really hope he watches your commencement speech that you gave earlier. Um, I'll clip your commencement speech that he gave earlier. I'll do that, and then
He will see it if it's on Instagram. I'll
yeah,
make that for sure.
I'll clip your commencement speech because I think it's a damn good one. It's graduation season, so yeah, I think people need to hear your commencement ceremony speech.
Well,
I think
I
it should
very much
motivate
like
them
that.
for the future because it motivated me for the
Heck yeah.
future. That's for sure.
Well, we all need to look forward to the future because the future is all we have. And if we stay in the present, then we're staying in the past. And if you stay in the past, then you're getting behind. And we can't get behind because we're looking for the future. And if you're looking for the future, then you're moving forward. And if we're moving forward, then you're probably watching the BBP. And we do appreciate it. We appreciate your support. And don't forget, Power Rangers are awesome. Pickle Juice is healthy. And watch for our stickers someday because we will have them out
Yes,
eventually.
yes, they're on the way. They're on the way, and we will see you next week, and we might even be in the same room. Ooh.
Have a good week.